Some of them even have a whole explanation about the moment. The people chose it. Oh, that war, Palestine. Oh, they chose it in their spiritual. Fuck you. You know, the thing is, if people are suffering and dying, they're suffering and dying. It's just not you. That's the ironic thing. It's not your goddamn ass. It's not your child that's being raped. It's not your wife that's being beaten. It's not your life. It's someone else's backyard. And you don't give a fuck. And to me, that is not really a healthy way to live. It leads to your own destruction. Especially now, when it's ironic that we should all be shedding the scales from our eyes, opening our mind, and reasoning together. Because we can live a better life than the Christ consciousness. That's what the motherfucker said himself. In that book them bastards wrote, scribed, scratched, resulted as a historical artifact of your suffering and dying because you were scared to death. Stealing, killing, destroying, that's the way religion, ways of life, spiritual bullshit was created. To keep you from being spiritually clear, living with a immortal purpose. Your purpose should be life and life itself. And after that, happiness, peace, But we shouldn't be stuck here to begin with. Out of all the research I've done, we're just a creator class of immortals living with a death mentality, stuck in a construct that we don't know how the fuck to get out. Because we're too worried about this day by day survival. We're too worried about our own bullshit, our own fears, our own ego. We don't have the humility or the reality to create a basic fucking idea. John, what's he doing? Oh shit. John's always on the same shit. John's trying to save the world. Oh, well, I think John's fucking stupid. I think I'm stupid. Because I've reached, since 2016, I've reached millions. I used to go live and have 15, 20,000 people. I used to sit in a fucking restaurant and eat chicken wings, drink a beer, and talk politics. And I had 7, 8, 9,000 people talking, chatting. Calbo, thank you, Sir John, whatever. Don't matter what time of day or night. That lasted for about a year and a half. And then it petered down to bullshit. And then we started watching President Duterte get taken down. And now, the Philippines is being eroded to nothing because of a hero president's piece of shit son. Piece of shit son. I don't understand you. I don't understand all of you. You can be right at the verge of pain and suffering and death. And if you can squirm and stay just far enough from that reality of pain, suffering, and death, you will be, and ever so remain, a useless motherfucker. You do not respond. You do not change. You do not say, wait a minute, this is the same path that collectively we don't have any power. We don't have a goddamn bit of power. Don't you people realize that the path we're on right now, the life we're living now, started with 1, then 2, then 3, then 10, then 100, then 1,000 people agreeing that we should go this way. We should start eating our own goddamn life. That's what the Tree of Life is. The Tree of Life explanation is the way the oligarchs, the people who gave religion to you, that's the way they explain our reality of not even knowing we're immortal beings. We have the power to not be like this. We have a divine manifest destiny, but we replace it with scriptures, prayers, fear, lies, a death mentality, and a bunch of other shit. A plethora of other shit is doing it. Oh, I Ching, Chi-Chu, whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit. All I know is right now, right fucking now, the people who are on the bleeding edge of leading and breaking through suffer and die, like me. And all you lazy motherfuckers, you know what you do? You look at the problems, you revert back to your bullshit that you know, and you leave it up to your hopium. Well, God's going to handle it. We pray. I don't know. Let's go. I know, Sir John, but it was my neighbor's daughter that was stolen, not mine. I'm just thanking God mine is not stolen. I know, Sir John, but you know what? We couldn't tell, if Bong Bong was going to serve us or not. We didn't know he would be a drug addict. Because you don't even know yourself. You don't remember I was telling you about all this stuff long ago. I was going through fights with bullshit people, like that guy in Quebec, Canada, that hog-faced looking piece of shit Filipino with the radio station. I am so fed up and so disenfranchised with the whole shit. I wish I could check out and not come back. Just disappear like a vapor and leave all of you pieces of shit to suffer. Because I don't care no more. I don't care about your excuses. I don't care about anything you say. All I'm looking for is action now. Action. Because again, I'm at a point where everything I've done is at a nexus point. My life is just showing me that I have allowed myself to cohabitate with useless fucking people. Law of attraction. I have not been wise enough in the path of my life to have the stability and the wherewithal to continue. And I'm not going to do it. They can take your children. You can learn how to talk to the dead people. You can be an ascended master of everything. I don't give a fuck anymore. Because you son of a bitches, I just got one person in my life that checks on me. And then the other one checks on me casually. But no one has the goddamn balls. No one has the fucking humility to come sit down and talk to me in here. No one. Not one motherfucker. Not one. But yet, all of them know that between us all, we have a special thing. We've basically validated that we are who we are. But right now, I'm taking it to the next level. We are who we are, but we're not doing what we should do. You take and waste your time on bullshit that you think you're enriching yourself. But you need to listen to all of the bold statements in that papal bullshit, that Bible. It's ironic. The things that are stated in there that apply to you, motherfucker. Be still and know that you are God. Yeah, we're all God. Dumbasses. There's no superior being standing, tapping his foot, saying, I wish you son of a bitches would get things together. I'm going to send you to hell. There's going to be 70 baklava's ready, big old dicks ready to fuck you. I created all of you, but you know what? I was drunk. No. We're we're a collective of lost people. We're a collective of bullshit. A big collective of bullshit. And honestly, all we can do is stop and say, okay, yeah, let's just get a peaceful ground to stand on, and let's assess what we have. Okay? Money is the biggest stronghold on humanity. Consumerism. So that effectively has been fashioned into the Godhead, the silent God of every human's life. All of you. Even the people I'm kind of elaborating now. The ones that probably won't hear this because they're too busy doing other shit. The consumerism is the strongest force and the strongest power governing over the humans ability to see, respond, and change. Make corrective measures. Insanity. Doing the same thing again and again, looking for different results, hoping, crying, begging for different results. But we're just going to keep on doing it. We're going to jump right back in this fucking thing and cause trouble for ourselves. Not accepting the fact that we just did it again. Oop, I did it again. I'm stuck in the same bullshit. We have to come together and start producing. And I don't care what your view is. I really don't give a shit what your view is of this. It's a fact. Humanity's stuck into consumerism, so that, number one, is a area where we should be innovative and lead and be examples of producing for different, for better results. So, my model of doing things requires participation. You can't just talk about it, son of a bitch. You got to join and do what you got to do. You got to be active. Because it's not trying to make anyone the biggest and the best. It's giving everyone the opportunity to be the result. So we can reason together. Man, isn't that amazing? Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to come out of their little spot of whatever. Like I said, it's not their problem. It's not their child being raped. It's not their, it's not their job. They just have to stay in life and earn money, survive, so they can die. See how effective the Matrix is? Wow. What I'm doing is a factual, tested reality. You can't fight with me, you can't argue with me until humans learn to shut the fuck up and take and have the courage to face their own situation. We're all going to shit. Because it's our shit. You can't stand in it and smile and have peace. The social pressures are going to be so prevalent. I won't be here. I won't desire to stand here and watch all of you suffer and try to figure a way to have a nexus point where you actually start doing something different. Some of you should really be grateful for what I'm doing. Because you know what? It's the only way out. The only way for us to change this reality is to be with a different mentality, a different way of doing things, and collectively kind of help each other, reason together. Because the people who wrote all of these ways of life, these religions, they know the beginning and the end and everything in the middle. And you smart motherfuckers, with all your damn ideas to keep you from being attentive and really purging into more of you, you're the biggest problem. I figured that shit out. You're the biggest goddamn problem. The ones who always have something to do, always don't, they'll fight with you. If they even sense you're trying to come in and give them some advice, they'll say, don't you use that tone of voice with me. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can suffer and die as far as I'm concerned. I need to have no attachment, no mental nothing to anybody. Because, all I can see is I'm the only goddamn person I know in my life that sees and responds the way I do. It's a fucking sad reality too. I've been judged for speaking the truth, for living the truth, for being the truth. I've been judged. I've been judged by the ones who followed me and loved me and said thank you and all this. But I wish I'd have had the mentality I have now back then. I'd have been telling the people who were following me and being my fans, whatever. I said, I don't give a shit about it. Well, I was, but I didn't have the foundation I have now. I wish I could have told them what to do back then. I could have told them, here, take it to your own backyard, take it to your mirror of your life. You better figure yourself out, because we're at a point where if we don't do something together, we're not going to do nothing together. Now, the reason we should be motivated to work together and learn together and respond together and change together is, together we've been maintaining each other's suffering. Together we have been maintaining each other's excuses. Together we have been maintaining each other's ego, fear, innocence. We have been collectively our own biggest problem at all levels. Now, if the people in my life wake up and knock on the door of my life and say, "Hey, okay, I'm ready. Let's have a round table. Let's move together forward." Good. If not, I don't care. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of depression. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of insulting people. I'm tired of watching this collective of lost, dead, useless people add to the expedition of the nature of this whole problem. You know, we're going through times right now where if just a small group of people stood and did the right thing, we would exponentially power a larger step forward. That's a fact. We're losing precious moments right now because some of the most powerful, learned, loving, humble people are caught in their own little problems, their own little ideas of what's important and what's not. And they're not collectively co-creating even the essence of a way out, as an example. You see how fucked up that is? And you know the sad thing about this whole thing? Everything I'm doing is to help the people in my life. Give them a platform and a stage to go forward. They watch me day after day in my own way. They watch me continue to work on this thing. Continue to try to make it come to fruition. They watch me over and over again. They don't participate. They help on the outside. They help the charity case called John. They step in and out of my life. They ask me, "Oh, well, what about this?" Because, certain things about me, if my life can mature to being an example of production, human values, leading the way, everybody that's part of this wins. We become the proverbial leaders of society. In our humility, in our shamanistic ways, we can have the wise, benevolent ability to peer through the bamboo and the cracks and watch humanity have the greatest production of life ever. Because I know we exit this reality within this 1,000 years. I know this for a fact. I know how we got to this point. It's been verified by a close friend of mine who's just like me. And we still can't find a way to find our dick in our nuts. We still can't find it. I know I can't. I can complain and talk because I'm trying to motivate people who are like me to be like-minded so we can facilitate change. By example, I know one, he's ready. I hope he comes. I'm not going to beg him. I'm not going to say, hey. But that's been used as an example for me. People have watched me fall on my ass and live in pain because they think it's a fucking lesson I'm supposed to learn. Fuck you. Fuck you. We're not all supposed to learn on our own because we didn't get screwed up on our own. We followed a path of destruction and death and evil perpetuated by our forefathers because their forefathers didn't know, and here we call this the generational curse. Well, you know what's sad and exciting at the same time? All of you that know about the generational curse and you don't do nothing about it, you're the ones that's going to be hurt the most. It's going to be a novelty to let me see your life going to shit. All of you people who know the truth but don't do nothing. Just like the children being taken. Hundreds of years, thousands of years, the elite of this world have stolen, killed, and destroyed the innocence of this world. And not one of you motherfuckers did anything about it. You're not doing nothing about it now, and I doubt you'll do anything about it until they take your child or your wife or you, mister, and they'll fuck you in the ass with a lot of baby oil and dildos, right? See how it's in the news? The evil elite will sacrifice their own to show you and validate the rumors are true. But you know what's amazing? All the ones who talked about it, all the ones who fought to expose it, they disappear. All the ones who should be in the bright lights saying, I told you guys, the only way we can change this is to point our finger at the big nest of power like Washington and London and say enough's enough, stop. But we don't come together. So, ever so be it an expedient option or a plan for you to be abused, sodomized, raped and killed. Maybe you should be given the things you know about as a reality. So people like me can see a world without useless pieces of shit stopping an ascension, an awakening, a change from manifesting. At all levels, participating in ignorance, the people with the least knowledge have the most power. And that's the only hope I have, is reaching people who have no experience with the truth. Reaching people who have no lifelong desires to lead the masses to the way out. I'm just amazed that there's so many of us that have such a deep affirmation of what's going on, such a clarity. We don't come together. And we won't. Because the biggest problem people have is being a coward, being a liar, being scared. Most people that speak the most about things that should be done, like having the answers, spiritual realities, that's the ones with the biggest problems. I don't have to talk 24/7 about what I know and what I don't know. All I do is show the fact that it's always upside down and backwards. When you think you got the knowledge, you think it's the way out, It's not. It's just another trap. The only way out is you. You're the responsible one. You're the one doing the evil to yourself. You're the one participating with what's keeping you back. And you're the one who doesn't have the courage to stop, open your mind, open your eyes, and reason with people like you. No one. No one has the courage to be innovative and a trendsetter. To stand in the limelight and say, "Hi, how are you doing?" No one. I'll do it. But for some reason it takes agreement. It takes someone standing by you. Because the power of one in this world is not allowed to lead the masses. Because that'll probably be an egoic death march. You know, we have to stand together in humility for the children, for the ignorant, for the lost, for the suffering. We have to stand for them, not like some messiahs, but as some vibrant stars of hope. We have to take action. I don't care how you feel, how you butt hurt about how I talk. The truth is the truth, dummy. Some of you are you're so fast to say how I have a bad way of saying things. I don't care. I just know that I'm right. And I know that I can't come into any dialogue with you that'll bind me and pull me in your direction. Because it's not right for me to be in your direction, but it's right for us to go in the right direction together. To change. Line by line, precept by precept. We have to disconnect from this matrix of bullshit, and we have to create freedom. We have to create vibrant, beautiful love again. We have to create the ability to stand. And even if people are judging us as selfish in our abundance, there's nothing wrong with your storehouse. Nothing wrong with you saying no to people suffering, especially if their biggest thing would be you enabling them. If you help someone that could be helping themselves, you're killing them. That's a fact. That's why I don't ask for help now. I'd rather die in my own foolishness than have somebody help me die. But boy, if people could come together and we could produce results together, then I could start living good. I'd have a balanced life. I would have a mental clarity, a reassurance that I'm doing the right thing. I would see in the eyes and the lives of people in my close sphere of influence, I would watch them become vibrant stars of example. I would watch their greatness, and it would make me feel like I'm rewarded for what I've lived. I just want people to change. I want the world to have an opportunity to do the right thing. I want the evil leaders of the world to bow their knee and, accept being real. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see everyone on the same sheet of music, just being good people. Because we're all divinely endowed to love, live, and change. And until you do that, you're the problem. So, stop. Take a look around you. You better start thinking. Because while you have a chance, you can start producing results economically that give you your human values back. And if you don't, I promise you, as this shirt is red, your life will be bloody. Because the last stage of existence in this world, if we can't take the power of money out of our life, the last stage of existence is a deadly, painful life. And most of you, you want that. Most of you don't want to participate in the good things that'll create a harvest, because you want to eat off of the ones who have the divine purpose. You're just a coward. You're just a little bitty, useless coward. You've been blessed with so much, but you do so little. So, they're taking children in the Philippines by record numbers. You've got a drug addict president, and you don't care. You don't give a shit. And you'll probably judge me for what I'm saying, and you won't listen. There comes a day where if we start choosing the right thing, and we start responding the right way, we don't have to talk about the bad things, because we're too busy doing good things. And we're too busy growing and being that example, being the living epistles of men. So y'all better wake up, because you've had someone like me share reality.